Hi everybody, happy Sunday. I hope you've had an amazing week. This week for our episode of Sunday School, we're going to be talking about length, natural nail length, what constitutes a short nail, a medium length nail, a long nail. We got this question in the question box that asked what length we should be switching to the platinum filler base from the Nail Thoughts Builder bases. And I thought it would be a really good kind of foray into this conversation in terms of what products we should be using for which clients. So let's get into it. So we get questions a lot of the time like, what is a short nail? What's a medium length nail? What's a long nail? When should I be switching from this product to this product? When would this product be deemed, an inappropriate amount of strength for this amount of length? And it can be a very hard question to answer just because every client that you're going to encounter, every person's nails have different natural nail bed lengths as well. Some people have very short nail bed lengths. Some people have very long nail bed lengths. So that's going to change the amount of length that natural nail can support. So this is when we start to talk about proportion. So when I say proportion, we're talking less about the actual, amount of millimeters or amount of inches that the free edge is, past the nail. And it starts to become more a question about how long is the free edge in comparison to the natural nail bed's length. So when I'm sitting with a client and I want to quantify and identify what kind of nail length they're talking about or they're working with in terms of their natural nails, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to look at their nail. So I'm going to say, okay, their natural nail bed is this long. How long is their actual free edge in comparison to that nail bed? So typically if the nail bed is, yay long and their free edge is shorter than that amount of distance from the cuticle to the hyponychium, then that's going to be quantified as short to medium, depending on, kind of where they sit. When they're getting to maybe the same length of free edge as they have in the nail bed, that's when you're getting into kind of the medium long kind of shape and length of free edge of their natural nail. Past that, where you have the nail bed length, the free edge length that matches the nail bed length, and then maybe there's extra length on top of that, that's when you're getting into long / kind of extra long territory. That's kind of the best way to quantify it. So by using these terms and this kind of method of measurement, it's going to help you understand that if somebody has a longer nail bed, they're going to be able to support a longer free edge with less strength in their gel. So if you have somebody who has a very short nail bed, they're not going to be able to support as much free edge length without resorting to a stronger product. So let's break this down into categories in terms of product selection, which products we would use for which kind of length of nail. I'm going to be doing 4 examples for our products, and we're going to go from short to long. So option number 1, we're talking about a very short natural nail. So we've got the length of our nail bed and maybe they just got a little bit of extra length, a little bit of extra free edge. I would say from like nothing to about half of the length of their natural nail, which we can quantify as a short to medium short kind of length. This is when I would reach for something like a soft gel. This is our Kokoist Mega Stick base. This is the softest gel we have in the line. Very flexible, very natural feel. Will give you the support that you need for that short nail, and then you can transition them into other products as they grow out their natural nails. Or you can just stick with this if they like their maintenance shape, they like the length and shape that it's going on, and this works for them, then it's going to be a match made in heaven. So next step up from there is when we're working with a little bit more length than like that kind of halfway measurement. So we're talking about from, half of the length of the nail bed in the free edge measurement or up to like the same measurement of length in the nail bed as the free edge. So we would quantify that as a medium to long kind of nail shape. This is when I would reach for the Nail Thoughts Builder bases. This one is the clear. It does also come in 16 different colors, but this is a semi-hard, a little bit on the softer side, so it's still nice and flexible, but still a semi-hard base gel. So this is really good for that kind of like medium to long natural nail. It's going to give you the strength that you're looking for, and it's going to give them the stability and the support that they need. You can also sculpt shorter extensions with this product, but I wouldn't go into like the longer length extensions. So keep it to like a natural if you need to fix a corner or something like that. This is a really good option for just kind of doing small kind of correctional extensions. Next up is when we meet that threshold and the measurement of the actual nail bed is the same as the measurement of the free edge of the nail. So you've got half the nail is nail bed and half the nail is free edge. That and moving forward is when I would switch to something a little harder than the Nail Thoughts Builder bases, particularly the Platinum Filler base. This is the newest base that we have in the line. It is still semi-hard. Everything in our Kokoist line is semi-hard because we like the soak-off kind of factor of those, but this one has a lot more stability than the Nail Thoughts Builders. So once they kind of pass that threshold of the same measurement of the nail bed as there is with the free edge, this is when I'd switch into a product like this because they'll have more strength with that length. You can also sculpt very nicely with this product, and I have found that it holds up the stability and the length in the same measurement kind of category in sculpts as it would with the natural nails, if that makes any sense. Past that, when you were like, wow, this is a long nail, proportionally, we have a lot of free edge length in comparison, especially to the nail bed. She is long, she wants them to be strong, she wants them to be super duper sturdy. This is when we reach for something like our Excel Builder Clear. This is the hardest gel that we have in our line. It does require a base like Mega Stick Base to go underneath it. Because it is so hard, it doesn't have that base capability built into this product. This is also the best product for sculpting. It is nice and hard, so you can get really beautiful, really thin overlays with it without them looking too bulky or anything, and they're still gonna have a good amount of strength. So to sum up, from short to long, from soft to hard, we've got the softest, the Mega Stick Base, the next level up, the semi-hard Nail Thoughts Builder Bases, the next level up, the Platinum Filler Base, and the hardest being the Excel Builder Clear. Now, potentially confusing side note, you can go from soft to hard, short to long, but if you want to use the hardest product like our Excel Builder Clear on a very short nail, that's okay. If they need that extra strength, you can absolutely resort to this. You just can't go the other way. You can't use a really, really long nail and use like a Mega Stick Base. It's just not gonna give you the same amount of support. But you can always add more support to a shorter nail, and that's not going to give you a problem. If anything, it's probably gonna be a little bit more sturdy. It's all up to you and the end user and what you feel is going to work best for them. So there you have it, a little bit of insight into what constitutes a short, medium, and long length nail. At least in my brain, it seems to make the most sense to go proportionally and to measure it out against the nail bed so that you can get a custom kind of application for each individual client. As always, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, we have that cute little question box right up here. Feel free to drop any inquiries you have there, and I will do my best to get back to you by the end of the day. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and a super amazing week. We will see you next Sunday. Take care.